Welcome back to another episode of MMOFTW. I'm your host, Bill Murphy, and this week we've got a slew of topics to cover as always. Smite is getting a new game mode, Neverwinter revealed its Control Wizard with a brand new video, Guild Wars 2 wrapped up Halloween and revealed its November content update, and in our community spotlight, we'll sound off on our favorite MMO class of all time. Let's get this started, because this is MMOFTW.
I'm gonna go get some more candy.
First up is Hi-Rez Studios' third-person MOBA Smite, which saw a huge patch this past week when it launched both a new god and a new game mode. Loki the Trickster god has joined the fray with an arsenal of stealthy and, well, tricky attacks, but the big addition is definitely the new Arena Map game mode. In this mode, gone are the typical creeps and towers that Battleground of the Gods offers, and instead teams face off in a straight-up deathmatch over this massive arena-like map. You get points for killing enemies, and the first team to the top wins. It definitely seems like a more bloodthirsty and less strategic version of Smite, but that's not always a bad thing. It can mix up the action of the game quite nicely and change the pace of the gameplay when you need it to. For more information, head over to MMORPG.com or even our sister site, RTSGuru.com. Next up is Neverwinter, which revealed its Control Wizard class with a brand new video. It showed us a range caster capable of some serious DPS, crowd control, and teleportation. With a mixture of ice attacks and phasing, I can foresee myself enjoying a Control Wizard quite a bit, but I'm not quite sure if I'm going to hold out to see what the actual ranged, sort of weapon-based class might hold out. Anyway, the Ice Storm daily power is absolutely massive in its AoE, and it's kind of intriguing to see just how the sort of shooter controls work in Neverwinter. I'm really anxious to get my hands on it. But what about you? Does the Control Wizard float your boat, or are you looking for some other class out of Cryptic's next title? Next up, as always, is Guild Wars 2, which seems to be in the news every week at this point. Halloween interior wrapped up this past week with the Mad King making an assault on Lion's Arch, only to be defeated with his own realm within his own realm in a group dungeon that was suitable for players anywhere from level 2 to level 80. Aside from that, there was a couple of unique PvP minigames, one of which had players taking pumpkins and throwing them into mausoleums, which then spawned a bunch of skeletons that went the other way towards the other team's skeletons. It was a ton of fun, and I kind of hope they bring it back in some form or another. But let's keep going on. Not content to rest on their laurels, ArenaNet also teased November's content update, The Lost Shores, which is due to hit around the 16th of November. Featuring a whole new island added to the Sea of Sorrows, a new endgame dungeon, tons of new rewards, and further story missions for players to enjoy, ArenaNet is touting the patch as just the beginning of the beginning when it comes to how Tyria will change over time. For more info, watch Pocket's interview with lead designer Colin Johansson right here on our YouTube channel or at MMORPG.com. And lastly, we come to the community spotlight. This week it's all about Andy Lee's, that's the user's name, Andy Lee. His topic is, what's your favorite MMO class? While we could spend all day talking about whether classes even need to be in MMOs, let's check that discussion at the door and this time focus on the fun part. If it's classes we're talking about, I'll go out on a limb and say that I'm fond of just about any pet class in all MMOs, whether it's WoW's Hunter, despite having to steal all the gear for the longest time, Guild Wars Ranger, the City of Villains Mastermind, or even the Animal Tamer in classic Ultima Online. They're all good. There's something about managing my own skills and that of my pets that the multitasker in me adores. What about you guys? What's your favorite type or even specific MMO class of all time? Tell us in the comments below, and well, if you do tell us, we'll give you maybe a cookie or something. I don't know. Just share. It's all about community, folks. Well, that'll wrap up this week's MMOFTW. We're getting closer and closer to the live version of this show too, by the way, so those of you who want a longer discussion can look forward to that. It'll be broadcast and recorded on Twitch, and of course uploaded to our YouTube channel and to MMORPG.com for future viewing. And I won't even be the only host. Heck, we might even have some developers drop by to answer questions about their games live and in person. to fill the void by G4, left by G4 is what our goal is, but I don't know if that'll happen. In any case, we'll try. Remember to follow all of our feeds on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, and Twitter at MMORPGcom without the dot. And if you're into that sort of thing, you can follow me on Twitter at TheBillMurphy. Until next time, folks, don't let a bad pug get you down.